So I wrote about life right now. What?
Into the mic.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah.
All right. So I wrote about this past week. In our city today, a cold threat hangs like the low clouds refusing to snow, the silence of an abandoned car with the gas pump still hanging off the side, and the cubes of a driver's side window spread over the seat reverberates as people still pull up to get gas and practice disappointment in real time. The whistle fever pitch is over. Ice was there. I started coming back home a year ago to take care of my sick mom. I planned on staying for a few months. The months expanded as her health feelings beget other feelings, and once she was eventually squared away, I had to have surgery. So I stayed. I did it at Mayo, and everyone said, yes, that's so practical. As I recovered, I leaned in. It's calm here, safe, the best place to heal and process the last year and just be. I moved all my belongings here 2 weeks ago and slid into the comfort of snowfall no one hears but everyone listens to. I lived most of my adult life elsewhere. I moved to New York City as soon as I could, and I got there mere days before 9/11. I walked out of the subway to get to school, and it was such a beautiful sunny day that something was very wrong. I walked a girl home I barely knew across a bridge I had to look up later in a newspaper. I barely found my way back home to the small apartment I rented, a literal space under the stairs. I ended up getting my first bartending job, which I was thoroughly unqualified for, but I lied because people panicked and left the city. Almost my entire class at the acting school left, and there were 3 of us and no reason to stay there. Then, 2 decades later, I got a divorce and moved to California a month before a global pandemic. And I ended up delivering food for a food pantry to people who couldn't afford Instacart to get delivered. 2 of my friends moved away to find a better living wage, but I didn't think going home was an option. And now, a couple weeks. 1 week, it feels like, after I move all my belongings home, and I think I'm going to retire in the luxury of old friends, cheaper rent, and accessible music and metal bands to see every night, and now I'm responding on my way to a signal to go outside to the school where my best middle school friend and her husband Danny work. He's from Mexico, and I sang at their wedding. Now I'm blowing a whistle, and I feel lightheaded, ice cream headache, sort of, as I think I might actually faint before watching Danny get knocked to the ground and surrounded, and the tear gas pops off to my right in some high schooler's face. I think. Later that evening, I teach my best friend from middle school and her 2 sons, little Danny and Sebastian, how to box breathe. In for 4, hold for 4. Out for 4, hold for 4, in for 4. We started a band together in middle school called Purple Earth. All we did was hang out in her living room and listen to Lou Reed's Walk on the Wild Side on repeat. I can still remember her and me and Dory Westfall, who was Korean and never wore socks in her bands. We were lying on the ground listening to that first riff over and over. Dory's feet smelled like Doritos, so we called her Dorito. I could still smell her feet and Robin giggling, and I can still just feel the carpet underneath us all. And we all felt the soothing resolve of the dissonance to harmony in the chorus, take a walk on the wild side. I think.